Alright, people, I got a plan for AMZN. AMZN is set up to test the highs again at 1085, but confirmation will be key. And this is at a good pivot point, but I'm going to also explain, the August 18, 1045 calls will be key, and this is what we'll be using in this plan here. I'll explain a story in the video plus some other key facts. That's right, people. So before I get into the video, I want to talk about what gave me this idea and how it could help a lot of people. So I was just what I did was, I had did this well, 1 week out, and they were far out, and I got out a little bit early, but those options did very well, and I thought to myself, what happened if I had went in with less? I can imagine the money I would have made going along this with smaller amount of options and more in the money. And so I did an experiment as I saw there was a resistance support and I bought in the money 120 August 18 calls. And they cost, as this was just around basing around 1013, they actually went up from 1015, 1000, wait, 1045, no, sorry, $1,500, sorry, $1,500, and they went up to $2,400 as this went as this was just try to go as this try to go back up because right around 11:30 this went and tested the highs of the day over here, and those options gained almost practically, they did about 60-70%. But anyways, and so that's where I got this idea. I could have imagined if I had applied that same rules, if I would have held those options, but I went with something closer to what I would have made in that. But anyways, so from that came an idea of, especially with something like Amazon, of instead of these farther out options, you'll go in with much less options, but you need a good setup, by the way, but closer in the money option. So this is why this plan came from that idea. So Amazon needs to break above 1033 on some good action volume. And good action volume is 600K on a 10-minute chart. Now, I will explain the video, if the volume isn't there, we'll watch for some basic above that and look for power towards 10.35. This stock, okay, it needs some room, but I think that, here's the thing here. I believe that once we get above this 1033, that's a pivot. In other words, it shouldn't trade much below the pivot. So we try to get in within that 1033 to 1035 range with the options. And keep in mind that it shouldn't trade below it much. So for example, if we were to go below 1035 from the confirmation, don't forget there's Apple earnings coming up. But you know what? This could have a nice pop. This could pop enough where you make well, we'll see what we can make. Where you make 50% on the options. So let me go take a look at. Let's go look at the options. Let me explain this to you people. This is a different plan. Let's see what happens out of gains. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, people. So here we are at the Yahoo Finance, and Amazon closed at 1,020, down $25 because of their earnings, right? But it went up. I talk about a pivot in the short, and we went up. But anyways, I'm not going to get into that part of it. Now, what I do want to say to you is that those out of the money calls, those 1,100 in the money calls, actually doubled in value, even though we only had those 3 or 4 days. So trust me, the power of these, if you get the right direction of Amazon, which I did, and I'm massively correct when we confirm my plans, there was a lot of money to be made. And so this idea came because I do like the setup. Of course, we need to confirm. So let me show you why I like these. So first of all, look at look how many. That's a lot of trading for an expensive option like this, right? The spreads do tighten. Now these are larger spreads. This is something you have to monitor more, okay? But so say you buy one of these options. Now they may confirm. This option might confirm and cost let's say $1,300 or $1,400, but it could double. So if you only buy one option, so if you only don't forget now, you're controlling 100 shares of Amazon. Okay, and Amazon moves, and you can make so if you bought 2 options and you double that. Now, of course, there's more losses to be made, and this is a more higher risk type of trade. But I can assure you one thing: I was so correct when my plans do confirm. I was so correct that had we have used, I give you an example, had we have used something more closer into the money, I'm pretty sure, let's say a $2,000 investment would have turned to a $7,000 gain. That's all I can assure you. So I decided that this could be helpful for people with small accounts that know what they're doing in trading, and of course follow my plans. Right now, I have a lot simpler plans, and that they're a lot less risky plans, like the Disney plan. But I want to explain this to you, and this is what I want to use. I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be seeing how this works out. It worked out. I told you I made, just one. I just did one option to test this out, and this idea came from me. I says, look, at $700 was made within a few hours, and for a lot of people with small accounts, now if you had about two or three of those, $2,000, Now, this wasn't a plan that I posted. This was something that I did based on things I look at, right? This is something that I was only to see during the thing. I decided to just do this experiment myself. But I did post a great Amazon winning plan. All right, people, welcome to Power Target Trades, the place where I post powerful plans. Listen, people, I make a lot of great details. I make a lot of great advice. These plans are of power. Now, don't forget with this, Amazon is a more riskier trade. However, if we can confirm this plan, okay, if we can confirm, there's a good chance to make 50% on those options minimum if things don't go as far as I expect. I will make some updates. I will post the confirmation. This is something I want to get into myself. But again, I'm not gonna. I would suggest you go in small, go in with one contract. Especially, don't go in large with this, one or two contracts, okay? And let's see where this goes. This Amazon trade isn't like, for example, is simpler. Like there are less riskier trades where you don't need as many and they're less expensive. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Instead of somebody buying 10 options that cost $200, you're going to go down to 1 to 2. But it doesn't matter because when Amazon does have directional moves, you can make a lot of money. I have a lot of great plans, people. You want to study. Don't take any trades, but follow along, see what happens. Make sure you follow me on Power Trick or Trade on StockTwits or on Twitter. I would be subscribed to everything. I mean, especially the YouTube channel, because there's going to be something. There's going to be things that will be done exclusively on the YouTube channel in the future. So you wanna take advantage of everything that's going on now to get a great idea for updates and confirmation. I'm here to help make my subscribers. I want my subscribers to make great money, that they can make a great extra income in their life. It does take, and my key numbers will be the key to help, and studying what I say will be key. So there you have, people, a great special detailed update. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. See the Standard Power Trick or Trade. It's going to appear here at the end of the video in circle format. Simply click on it. It's going to be easy way to subscribe. People, like I said, I make a lot of great plans. I suggest you study, especially stuff in my created playlist. There's a lot of great detailed videos, okay, of before and after. You will learn a lot if you study, okay? And then when you're ready, take action. I make these plans because we want to make money. Like we all want to make money on a regular basis, right? And you don't have to be trading all the time either. You can get in. It's quality. Listen to me carefully. Quality is, you can trade only one good setup and make a lot of money. So quality versus quantity is what I post. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.